Yo guys, it is Simmons back with another video. Today we're going to be looking at the brand new first major patch for Rematch. Um, they just released the patch notes for this thing, man, so let's go ahead and get into them. Let's see what they've added to the game. They've been hyping this up for a while, man. This first patch, they actually delayed it, but now it's here. So let's just get into this thing. Patch number 1.200.100. The first major patch. Let's see what the devs are saying here. They're still aware of a lot of issues that they'll be working on, but they've gotten that first major patch out to us, which is pretty cool. So let's break this down here for you guys. Major changes / updates, core gameplay improvements, gamepad remapping. This one's huge, guys. So now you can change the key bindings on keyboard and mouse, as well as the controller. You can make your own controller scheme. I think this is going to be a huge one for the pro scene and elite level players trying to find the right button combo for their gameplay. I could see a huge one being, they allude to it here with a more advanced version coming soon. For me, if we can key bind slide tackle to a separate key from standing tackle, where the slide tackle you can just automatically do with one button press rather than needing to hold down sprint and do the tackle button to make the slide tackle. I'm not sure about you guys, but I know a lot of the time I'll just want to do a simple stand tackle, and because I didn't let go of the sprint button soon enough, I end up doing a slide tackle and I look like a complete idiot. So that's a huge change there. Better hit detection as well. So they say here it's mainly for the goalkeeper situations where the goalie can't grab the ball correctly. I've experienced this a lot myself. Those 50-50 challenges, I feel I should always, give favor to the goalkeeper. So hopefully they fixed that. The ball speed was not correctly evaluated to decide whether to catch or deflect. So they've fixed hit detection. We'll see how that one works in games. Some design tweaks to catch versus deflect parameters will also be coming soon. So it's something they've tweaked for now, but they're looking to add more on in the future. Improved goal validation when the ball is caught on the goal line. Decision making now uses a delay to check for potential deflect / catch and account for network variation before validating a goal. I think you guys might have experienced this a few times. You hit a shot, the goalkeeper will catch it and end up in his own goal. I haven't experienced this issue where it's not validating the goal correctly, but yeah, we'll see what happens there. And they're saying that they've fixed the net code as well, which is huge, because when you get that unreliable gameplay, it just becomes a real pain to just play the game. You want smooth, reliable connection while you're playing this game, man. Major fixes. Multiple fixes to camera, goal during goal replays, removing the jitter. That's not a huge one, but that's more of a QOL, quality of life achievement. And fixes to hindering. So physical contact between players should now be more efficient to body block opponents. So I've noticed a few people doing this when I've been playing. I've been doing it a little bit myself, but if someone you're marking is trying to sprint past you, run through the midfield, you can just step across them, hold left trigger LT, L2 for PlayStation, and just stand in front of them. Now, what do we got here? Fixed match end screens. Yep. Fixed pause menu, toggle. Yeah, these are just small QOL improvements, which are good. Multiple animation improvements, so they're just polishing the game here, making certain animations smoother. That I'm not too bothered by. As long as the ball goes where I'm aiming it, I'm happy with whatever it looks like. So now some minor miscellaneous fixes. That's what MISC stands for, miscellaneous, in case you didn't know that one, guys. Fix an issue where goalkeepers are not reacting to opponents' collisions. Yeah, that's a good one. Can get inconsistent sometimes when you're playing goalie and trying to dive at a player's feet, or you dive over the ball when you don't think you really did. So hopefully that fixes that. What else we got here, man? Shots deviated by now for player's defense mode now have a wider angle. So if you've ever conceded, one of those deflection goals, what this is saying is rather than the ball continuing to follow the same path, it should be a wider range. So it's actually making blocking a bit more viable, rather than, a lot of time when you do manage to somehow block a shot in the box, it ends up just keep going the same way. Keeper's already dove out the way, and it goes in your own goal. Keyboard and mouse, when performing a tap, the camera control is given back a bit sooner. So they're just improving keyboard and mouse. Fix an issue where ball camera lock, yeah. Fix an issue where push ball would not keep the last direction inputted when going back to neutral. Okay. Now keep the last direction inputted. So that's just, sometimes you miss input, you go a bit too quick, the game doesn't register it in time. So this should help us with the dribbling and keeping retention of the ball. They've made the cooldown for ball call from 0.8 to 1 seconds to reduce the calm spam. This one I'm 50-50 on, because I think the ball call is very crucial in attacking scenarios. Sometimes if you hit that ball call the first time, your teammate might not see it or hear it. So I think the quicker you can, spam 3 ball calls in a row, the better, in my opinion. I understand they want to create a family-friendly playing environment. And, some people do spam the chat a bit too much, but for me, I'd still like to see the ball call maybe even get reduced to half a second here rather than going to 1 second, because I think in the final third of attacking, it's so important to let your teammate know where you are. Because, sometimes for me, if I'm on the ball and I hear a teammate call it, I'll just, without even looking at the minimap, without even looking with my camera, I'll just hit the pass button exactly that direction for him. Shots not trigger rumble, goal bursts, fix the pause menu. So these are more quality of life things. Let's see here. Anything else more important here? Just looks like they've, made a lot of quality of life improvements, fixed some minor things in the game as well. Colorblind mode for those who are so inclined. Progression screen, voice channel parameter. The ball indicator orientation was not always following the ball. That's useful. Anything else important here? We're down to the last section of the patch notes here. Just seems like they fixed a lot of things. I think another one I saw earlier, I can't remember it right now, but anyway, if you want to read through these specifically, they're not too important, but all these are minor things that are overall going to improve our experience in the game Rematch. So much appreciated from the devs for working on this, getting this out. Yeah, man, I'm so excited. We're going to hop in game in a sec here with the new update to give it a try. I think that's pretty much everything. They leave the known issues here as well, so this is the one that stuck out for me, guys. On console, the ball position getting desynced for some players after hitting a goalpost. That needs to be fixed soon, because you get this scenario where the ball will just be still on the field. No one can kick it, and there's just a complete desync between all players in the game, and then 10 seconds later, all of a sudden, the ball's up the other end of the field. But that might have to do with netcode issues. I'm not sure. But it's good that they acknowledge it and are working on it. All right. Let's get in game, guys. Let's just play around in the practice arena and see what's popping. And guys, let me know down in the comments below if you've experienced much of a difference with this update. I'm about to get into it here. You can let me know in the comments whether these changes made a huge difference or not. We'll just get into the practice arena, free play. So just go back to the patch notes here. What was the main fix they did? So gamepad remapping and hit detection. So maybe we just load into a game, but I'm a bit hesitant to just get into a game here without my squad available. I don't usually play solo, but anyway, I am noticing, I'm not sure if it's just me, but my right stick movement is just very, very quick here. Seems they haven't changed that. Controls. Simple press for extra effort. Custom. Let's see what we can change here. Shoot. Push ball. Modifier. Oh yeah. Dribble stance. Tackle. See, I want to see this tackle option get split into two, of stand tackle and sliding tackle, which hopefully comes in the next update. What else we got here? Jump, yeah. Dive, yeah. Well, this is a huge step in the right direction for me. I'll play around with some of these things. I do like this change they've done here. I might just put that as a select. Actually, I'm going to do left. How about this, guys? Right button click. Oh, wait. We'll do left button click. Yeah, there we go. So now, what we can do, we just kick the ball over there. Look this way. Bang. So now we can pretty much have ball cam without requiring the ball cam controls, because we just created it for ourselves. So you guys might have a better button for this, but I've just added it here. My left click on the L3 on the left stick. When I click that, it'll turn on ball cam for me. So where this is useful, if I'm running, this way and the ball's coming, I can just lock on super easy. But yeah, I think this is, the first big update. We can't expect huge things, but from what I'm seeing in the community, it's looking like there's some good changes in there to the gameplay. The improved netcode especially is just going to really improve the overall experience for everyone. So guys, that's all we have time for today. If you did enjoy the video, please hit the like button. If you liked me, please hit the subscribe button. And we'll see you in the next rematch video. Thanks, guys. I'm Simmons, and I'll see you in the next video.